Hello, welcome to Ken's Cardboard. Today we're celebrating the life of Mr. Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle, who passed away yesterday at the age of 83. Man, I didn't think I was going to get emotional, but talking about this really brings emotions to my mind. As a kid, when I was growing up as a teenager and early 80s, I would go to the library every day and see what Pete Rose was doing. He was the best baseball player that was playing at the time, in my opinion. I loved the way his approach to the game, and it was, something I look forward to. The days before the internet, he didn't have something to look up, and I lived in Southern California, and Pete Rose played for Cincinnati or Philadelphia at the time, and so I'm just going to show a bunch of things here that I have in my collection that I picked up. I got the widescreen going today. I got a cutout of a Wheaties box. This is a cutout version. I think I actually cut it out myself because I didn't want to have the whole box, but I think I remember buying this way back in the day. Obviously the box is was creased a little bit, but little Wheaties box thing there. I also picked this up way a long time ago. Pete Rose sets NL hitting streak record for 44 straight games back in 1978. I haven't played this in a long time because I don't have a record player, but I have played it in the past. So that's pretty cool. I used to cut out all the articles in magazines that are about Pete Rose. Like here's another one. Cincinnati great goes for the tiebreaker. Here's another famous image of Rose sliding into third base head first. That's how I picture him. Here's a glossy 8x10 photo that I have of him with the Phillies. Never got that signed and never will. Here's another cutout from a magazine that I have in my collection. Here is another cover. Time magazine, 1985. Rose getting ready to break the hit record. Here's another magazine related to his streak back in 78. And here you can see I got all these cutouts, and I've shared these before, but I'm sharing them again because I want to honor Pete. There's a little thing I cut out of USA Today, I think, when he only had 36 more to go. I don't even know what order this is in here. I'm just kind of going from the hip. Another cutout. Here's one where the Rose's bunt beats the Dodgers in the 13th inning. This is from probably the Daily News. Yeah, Daily News. Pete Rose uses his familiar head-first slide to steal second base as Dodger Steve Sax tries to come up with a late throw. So being in Southern California, you don't see a lot of Pete Rose stuff when I was growing up. But here's another newspaper clipping that I took out, cut out. Love the guy in the background with the beater and no shirt. Awesome. Here is another one with playing the Dodgers with Mariano Duncan. Pete Rose probably playing first base. Here's another article that I collected. Oh, that's the wrong side. Rose is still hustling, but now to catch Cobb. At this time, he did 49 hits to catch Ty Cobb. He finished with 4,256 hits. If you didn't know, here's another. I think this is from the Daily News also, which is a paper in LA. I don't know if it still exists or not. All these are probably from 1985 when he was going for the hit record, because he was in the paper all the time. You know, back in 1983, he wasn't sure if he was going to get on another team. You can see here's with the Phillies here. In 1984, he ended up getting released by the Phillies, I believe, and then he went to the Montreal Expos. And then the Cincinnati Reds offered him a job as a player manager. And, you know, at that time, I don't think he even had 4,000 hits. So, yeah, he got his 4,000th hit on April 13th, 1984. So, so he did get it in 84, but he wasn't, you know, maybe he was thinking he was going to pass Ty Cobb. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know at the time. Now Rose is hitting to catch Cobb, so I don't know if there's a date on this one. This is from June 9th, 1985. There's another article from that same year. And another Sports Illustrated cover that I have. So, you know, I've been a Pete Rose fan for a long time. I've told the story before about going to a Joe Torre baseball camp and, you know, seeing the reason I went to that, and this was in 1985, so this was the same year that he broke the record. And in the summertime, I was probably 14 years old at that time, and the only reason I wanted to go because I wanted to get an autograph of Pete Rose, and I did get an autograph of him, but at that time he never looked at my face or anything like that. He just signed the ball and just moved on, like, you know, just machine signing balls at that time. So, but I did appreciate, you know, it was cool to meet him at that time, and that was the only time I ever met him in my life. But, you know, back in July at the National, I picked up this rookie card of Pete Rose. I've been wanting this all my life. I have the whole run of Topps cards now. This was the last one on my list. As you can see in the background, I got the 64 through 69 on the right. I got 70 and 71 over here, and I have the other ones displayed somewhere else, but didn't get those out. Those I've had in a long time. I put them in the screw down top loaders, not top loaders, I mean one touch, not the one touches, but, you know, before they had the magnetics. But yeah, I finally picked up this card, and that same day, you know, was with my buddy Dylan, where I had been searching all day and the day before for all of the Pete Rose rookie cards that were at the National, and I probably looked at like 12 or a dozen or so that were in between a range between a 4 and a 5, and maybe some 6s that were kind of in my price range. And I think I looked through the whole show, and I'm pretty sure I saw them. This card's pretty easy to recognize, and if I didn't see something and they had vintage, I would definitely ask if they had any Pete Rose rookie cards. But yeah, went back to this table and picked up this card with my buddy Dylan. We were both there. Here's a picture of me with the card, getting it at the National. And then him and I were walking around. Dylan and I had been to part of some of the tables together, and we went to the back section, back by the eBay booth there, and we saw a bunch of tables that were walking around, and there was one table that had a bunch of tickets, and I had just, you know, we were just browsing, kind of looking at the tickets, and we were asking the guy, you know, what some of these games were, and one of the tickets was from Pete Rose's game where he broke the hit record, and this is the 1971 Giant. These are cool cards, different, like a different pose, so love these. Got the 1970 version here. Nice little smile from Rose. But anyways, we picked up the ticket, and I thought I had it around here somewhere, but maybe I don't. Oh, I can't find the ticket anyways. But anyways, looks like a ticket stub. So anyway, yeah, just, we're going a little over 10 minutes here, but as we were walking back from that table, we were looking at another table, and all of a sudden people were yelling, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" Golf cart coming through, and sure enough, it was Pete Rose. This is like maybe an hour or so after I bought the card, his rookie card here, and he didn't really run me over, but he could have if I didn't get out of the way. So he wasn't driving the cart; it was some other guy driving the golf cart. But he was heading over to the eBay booth to do a little live interview in front of the people over there at the National. So that was pretty cool. I didn't watch the interview, but I did get a photograph of Pete as he was driving by in the cart. And my opinion, I mean, I've seen him a lot on interviews and such, and when I saw him there, I didn't think he looked very healthy, looked very well. So didn't know that yesterday was going to be his last day on this earth. So, and none of us know when our last day is going to be. So take advantage of the time you do have on this earth, and appreciate the people around you, and the things that you've accomplished in life. You only get a certain amount of time, so take advantage of that. I have a couple other Pete Rose autographs. One is on a bat that my mom got me a long time ago. I'm not going to bring that out, but I also got this autograph here on a not well cut card from this the Pete Rose, the official Pete Rose baseball card set that Topps put out. I forget what year this was, but my buddy Walter, Placa Cards, sent me this Pete Rose autograph. And it's got a little trailer here on the side, but I don't care. I know that Pete Rose signed this, and it's from my buddy Walter, and appreciate that. I know there's a lot of questions about Pete Rose getting into the Hall of Fame or not. I'm not going to talk about that. Just want to talk about his legacy, and he was a legend in baseball and well loved by fans, and it is unfortunate the way he led his life, but I think he finally realized the errors of his ways in baseball. I'm pretty sure he had a gambling addiction, but he just loved to play sports and gamble, and he loved baseball. And I think that Pete Rose is one of the best ambassadors for Major League Baseball, even though baseball doesn't want to have anything to do with him. He just loves the game. I think up until his last day, he was watching 2 or 3 games a day. So he'll never be forgotten. Definitely made his mark in baseball, and just want to celebrate him and the time he spent in baseball. Thanks for watching, everybody, and peace out.